This is.
Hey, boys and girls, welcome to another Triple T for Knife Makers podcast. I am your host, Dennis Tyrell of Tyrell Knifeworks, and my dickhead co-host, Jerid Sandoval of Echo Blades.
Hey,
Hey, how's it hanging?
it's good now. Nothing is a surefire way to change my mood than just simply doing a couple of things while you're doing your intro. Just brings
Yes.
me sweet joy.
Oh, man. Yes, you never cease to annoy the fuck out of me.
That's pretty good. Well, that's good.
Well, I just talked to you yesterday, but what's new?
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I literally, this happened about a couple hours ago. I said to Kim, like, why are you watching football? Are you watching a rerun? She's like, no, I'm watching Monday Night Football. And I said, but it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
And she said, don't you have a podcast to tape today? And I literally said, no, that was yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if I said this last week, but I'm supposed to go back up to Washington next week. And for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been thinking it was this week. And it's like really, I don't know. It's a long story, but it's really fucked me all up. Like
Yeah.
I
hate it when that happens.
and it's just like, oh, I gotta have a whole nother week. So I don't know. And unfortunately, it would benefit me if it was this week to have this trip coming up. There's some things that would be
Like
much
work-wise,
better.
you mean?
Yeah, it would be much better attended to this week than holding off until next week. But it is what it is. But yeah, it's been really messing with me. So
Are you going all week next week?
no, Wednesday to Friday.
Oh, all right. You're not going to miss a show.
No.
Because I'll replace your ass. Like, totally.
Like I just did.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's okay. Yeah. I mean, whatever. We'll be fine.
Oh. So, before I forget, we had a little birthday today, a little birthday announcement. Our friend Frank and Nita has a birthday today. I just saw online. So happy birthday, Nita.
Happy birthday, Nita. Nita, it's your birthday. There you go.
Oh, and if you need a hammer, you need one of those peens. Go check out Two Basterds. Texas Smithy and Supplies. Go get yourself a hammer. Go talk to Frank. Go talk to Nita. Wish her happy birthday. Get yourself a hammer and any other supplies you need from Two Bastards. They got all the peens, the straights, the diagonals, the curvies. Because, Jerid, what do we always say?
Ain't it grand to have a fat peen in your hand?
That's
And
right.
I was very nervous there for a minute because I thought you were going to tell people to go check out Nita's fat peen.
Come on.
And then I was like, well, that's Frank. And then I like went through this whole thing. This all just happened 2 seconds ago. And then
Give me
yeah,
some credit, man. Come on.
here we are. But now I'm realizing that I did it. So yeah. But it is grand and it is great. And I was just thinking to myself that all of I don't know why, but I got a diagonal peen, a fat ass diagonal peen, and I don't know why I didn't get the double crooked
Double diagonal?
diagonal. Yeah, like that would have made way more sense to have both. Instead, I got a right-handed, I believe, or I don't remember what it was.
And it's got just a
It's got a
regular flat one.
yeah. But in theory, now I don't know why I just thought about it randomly today as I was talking to Brent or something, but I was like, yeah, I should have got the double diagonal because somehow I was thinking about like, there's a time when you're trying to get, in that weird angle, and then if you just flip the hammer, like it would switch the pin, like it would work, and it's like
It's one of those. I think it's one of those, if you want to do something quick, like flipping the hammer over is quicker than switching switching hammers,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably pretty rare. Like you're going to use, this is my theory, you're going to use one diagonal or the other on a particular project, right? Like
Yeah.
you get, so you're probably going to pick up that hammer, select the diagonal that you want, and use it. But if you then need to planish and you need to put the hammer down.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you get you're gonna be in that awkward position where you need the other angle on the
What?
diagonal. That that would be good because now I'm screwed. Like I don't have that other
Oh,
angle. Like
yeah, yes,
that's
yes.
what I'm saying. Like
But
I
that's
totally
the argument
agree.
of having, like, you know, if you have two hammers, one with each
The
diagonal.
whole
But
point of
I
this
see
thing
what you
is
mean.
that you need more peens. Like, and that's the good thing with the fat peen is if your peen's too small, you're gonna put some small really fine dents in there. But if you got a big ass peen, then you could just go to town
Yeah,
and then you can planish on the next heat with your other guy. So anyways, it was
sure.
just one of those things that I
Yeah,
was thinking about. And so yeah, anyways,
yeah. I don't even have a diagonal peen hammer.
yeah,
It's
that
not
was
even in my
I don't know.
rotation.
Yeah, I don't know who recommended it. It was probably my buddy Nick Rollins or Derek Miles, one of those two. It's probably both of them that they were preaching to that thing. And because sometimes the straight and the cross just don't get you where you need to be. So
Hold your work at a 45-degree angle. I don't get it.
well, you don't get anything that you don't have. That's the beauty of being Dennis. If you don't have it, it's stupid. We've already
I
covered
didn't
this a
say it was
million times.
stupid. I'm
No, you're not saying it now, but
I've never had now there's times I wish I had a cross peen or used a cross. I mean, I have one. I just don't have it on
yeah,
the regular
cool.
rotation.
Options are good, my friend. That's
Yes,
all.
yes.
Options are good.
I could fit a few more hammers on the at the anvil, so
Hmm.
probably should get a couple.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, cool. Yes, cool. Let's go. What's next? Tell me.
The fact that you never proofread your posts,
No,
you knew I was going to bring this up. So
that's fine.
it was a nice thought to do the little post about my birthday.
Yeah.
So Jerid puts a post up and he invites me to collab on it. And it was a great gesture. It was like a happy birthday. I think it was a callback from when we are at Maker Camp. But,
Yes.
but when you actually read the post, like if you read the text that you wrote, it was something about us getting longer. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you meant
We were younger.
younger.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then I showed it to Kim. I said, Kim, read this. And she's like, you two getting longer together? What's
That's
the
right. I mean, there's a couple of things to that, right? And one of them super uncomfortable, right? And the other one is that I am in the market right now to upgrade my phone because there comes a point on your iPhone where you're for me anyways, like it doesn't matter what I do, like I'm typing and shit just doesn't come out the way that I'm doing. It's like uncalibrated or whatnot. So that's one reason. That doesn't explain the millions of other times that it or the next ones that are going to happen afterwards, right? So it's compounded, right? But I do have this thing that a lot of us have, and I like to refer to it as when I hear people say that they have this particular um, deal. Um, it's commonly used as like just a this I'm distracted or I want to change things, but the way I describe mine is fucking relentless. It never fucking stops. So part of that is
what
I
does it? I don't know what I'm losing your
the neurodivergency.
oh.
Yeah, and it's a real deal, right? So, but it's relentless. Like it always there. It never goes away. It's not just a shop thing. It's like so. What happens for me is that I'll type things, but I literally while I'm doing it, I'll see what I'm thinking, and then fucking busy guy, right? So I'm doing stuff. And you're right. I don't take the time to go back and read it. But the fucked up part is that if I go back and I read it, I still read what I want to say. I don't fucking see it. Like I was clueless. And when you were like, you wrote me back, I looked at it and said, that fucking says longer. Like, oh my God, like that is really bad. And then you're like, oh yeah, da, da, da. And I said, well, fuck you. Then it's deleted, and I unwish you a happy birthday in this special moment. So, but yeah, that is a deal. The only time I do slow down is like on a work email, and even
A
there
work email, yeah.
sometimes it's like I'll it's part of the deal for me. It happens all the time. That's why I didn't do the post this week. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, the new phone too is something I need to address. But yeah, guilty as charged.
Yeah, I on the phone thing. My old phone, like I don't know what it is. My brain works faster than the iPhone keyboard,
Uh-huh.
and I used to be able to type. I don't know if they changed something, but I used to be able to type perfectly, and it would figure out what I want. And now I feel like it's fucking terrible, and I have to look at what I'm typing in order to get it right. And I'm missing keys, and I don't know if they made the hit area smaller on those things. I don't get it
I
because
sure hope not, because
or I'm getting old and I just can't type because I mean I look down and it's just fucking gibberish. And I'm going as fast as I can because I type really fast,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, if I was on a keyboard, I can type, 150 words a minute, but or probably close to 200. And on the iPhone, I don't know what's happened. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting slower and slower as time goes on.
No, I agree. I don't know what it is either, but it's autocorrecting to like anything but what I want it to say. That's for sure.
Yeah. I did just move up to the new, bigger phone, so maybe that'll help. Maybe the keys
Yeah.
would be a tiny
I
bit
went
bigger.
down to Verizon to do some pricing and stuff, and the last one I think I just bought outright and saved myself all the hassle of going down to the Verizon store, because that's just a waste of time. And then now I gotta, like, if I want to upgrade or take the trade in or do all that, um, we have to redo our plan, and that shit's already expensive enough. And then I'm like, oh, we're gonna give you a free iPad. I'm like, oh, that's great because I need one. I don't, it
I,
just, I'm that guy. They sell me on stupid shit all the time. So, anyways, I haven't done it. I walked out. I said, I got to go talk to the boss before I do anything. So,
oh,
but yeah, I got to do that. I think I have a 13. So I'm really proud of myself because,
13.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, I'm really proud of myself because it's been, prior to that, I was like, every year, like, can't wait to upgrade. So,
Yeah, the new camera on this one, because it's got like 4 million cameras on it now, is actually pretty good.
that's
Takes
what I
really
heard.
nice pictures
That's what I heard.
on the 17. So,
Okay.
like the one time every 5 years, I'm up to date on a phone.
Hey, well, cool.
That's what I feel like. All
Nice.
right, enough of that bullshit.
Yeah.
So we had some fun yesterday.
I thought so.
Yeah, yeah. Got to go out. Mr. Jerid took me golfing. I was supposed to go with my son Logan, but he got sick and couldn't join us. But
Yeah, that was a bit of a bummer, man. I was kind of looking
yeah,
forward to that. I was thinking that you probably would have, it would have been a little bit more enjoyable for you, to kind of do that, because I think every time I try to sell this thing that I'm doing right now, I mean, I love golf regardless, but golfing with my son is just been some of the really coolest, just a really cool time. I mean, we golfed. This is how bad both of us have it right now. We golfed Saturday morning, and we got caught up in, like, they were doing a tournament or something like that, so we weren't able to finish our round. It was just too slow, so we bailed out. And then
when you say we, you meant you and your
my
son
son,
Jared. Yeah,
yeah, my son, yeah, and then um, that's why I was saying how bad we have it.
yeah.
We're just kind of hooked right now, and then so we bailed, and then we went back later that night to finish the round that we started at like 4:30, and then we went with you, did our stuff. you and I went up to the clubhouse and had lunch, and then that little bastard's like, "Hey, you want to go do another night?" So we golfed 27 holes yesterday. And I'll tell you what, I don't care how lame you say it is or anybody says it is, man. I was hurting. Like, there's a lot of
It's a lot of swinging.
it's a lot of swinging, it's a lot of
More so for
moving.
me. But
Yeah. Hey, dude, for real though, I was super impressed. Like, I was really, really. There's two things. Like, if you're gonna go, if you golf, you know, there is an etiquette, right? Of
yes.
keeping pace and like not just being aware of the people in front of you and behind you is pretty important. And if somebody doesn't know or hasn't been, you kind of feel like an asshole like correcting them, or because you want them to enjoy themselves, but you also don't want to ruin everybody else's time, right? So it's always a little apprehensive for me, but I appreciate that you were keeping it moving, and if you were not doing great, you'd pick the ball up and we'd move on, or you weren't spending 17 putts to try to get it in. And but I was more so than anything, I was gearing up to just talk a fuck gang of shit about how crappy and retarded. I don't believe I just said that, but bleep, how bad you were. But I was really impressed. You had a pretty basic, decent swing, and my favorite part of the whole thing was, I was like, you know, I feel like I could just do a couple things. I could get you hitting the ball, and you're just like, yeah, no, no, I'm not. Yeah, this is nothing I want to, down, like, this is not what I want to do. I don't. And I was like, okay. So I just let you go, but it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I used to golf like once a week when I first moved to California.
Yeah,
It was like a little executive time. I'd probably played or hit balls, once or more than once a week.
sure.
So, and then I took lessons, and now it's just a lot of time, it's a
It's
lot of
time.
effort,
That's the
and
that's the thing. It's
and it
time. It's
is
a time
not
commitment.
it is not like riding a bike. Like
No,
it's
no,
you lose it completely if you don't play. You
for
have to
sure,
keep it up, and
for sure.
it's one of those, I just don't want the investment to, I like to go out once, maybe twice a year, have some fun,
Sure.
hit the ball. But that's why I don't keep score. If mentally, if I keep score, it just irritates the shit out of me of how bad I'm doing. The fact that, like, if I just take that, I learned this a long time ago. If I just take that out of the game, I actually enjoy the game more than like keeping score. So
I respect for that. Like, I asked you what you got. You're like, I don't keep scoring. I was like, I dig that. I figured it out. It wasn't anybody that we know. But I gave Denis every time he got a punctuation mark of some kind. So he had 3 ampersand, some exclamation points, some pluses, some minuses, some periods, some
did those
commas.
mean something to you?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's some guy I know that he went and golfed with his grandson, and that's how they would keep score. So the kid was be encouraged no matter what, and I thought that was cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it really is a time, and that's what I was kind of hoping, that you were just going to get out there and spend the afternoon with your son and my son, just have a good time and enjoy. It was a beautiful day though, man. God, it was
Yeah, it was really
it was
nice.
about as gorgeous as you could be. Yeah,
It wasn't too hot. It was a little warm, but I was hoping it was 10 degrees cooler. But
yeah,
yeah, it was beautiful. That's a beautiful course too.
yeah. It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
best one around here for sure. So
lots of water, lots of little waterfalls, and yeah,
yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah, there's so much water that I just found myself doing a Facebook Market drug deal on golf balls. So this morning,
I went through like at least 6 balls on that course.
that's not bad. That's not bad. You can do it. I normally play like an older ball or something like that, and but I had been using the same balls for uh, a while now. So I busted out a brand new sleeve in the first hole. Bloop. One in the water, second shot, bloop, the next one in the water. Whole sleeve in the first 2 holes. I haven't done that in God, I don't know how long. And I was just like, I don't get it. But anyways, I go and find some deals on some golf balls, and I met this dude I'm gonna leave the garage open. I'm in this dude's garage at like 7 o'clock this morning. It's like 6:45, 7 o'clock, and scoring some golf balls on the marketplace. So that marketplace is that's a hook, man. You got everything you need there.
Well, I remember when I was first into scuba diving, that was a big thing. Going scuba diving in ponds, like obviously I had to get permission and da 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 da. But going scuba diving in ponds and golf courses for golf balls,
I that
it's
yeah,
a
you
big,
could
lot of money,
yeah, you can for sure.
lot of
For
money,
sure.
because those things don't decay in water. Well,
No.
unless it's winter, but
Yeah. Not
which we
here
don't
anyway.
get here. But yeah,
Those things are expensive too. So
some of them,
anyways, yeah.
yeah.
This is Triple T Golf Time Hour here with Denis and
Yeah,
Jerid.
we've lost 4 of those 5 listeners.
But anyways, now it was a good time for that.
It was good.
I had a lot of fun.
And
We'll make
thank you
that
for
again.
the offer and taking us
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
I might hit you up again
Sure.
if I can once Logan's feeling better, maybe
Yeah.
next month or something.
Anytime.
Yeah,
We'll be out
it'll
there.
be cooler.
That's for sure. It's wet. Now it's
Yeah.
raining like hell here. I just got a
Yeah.
flood warning. So
Yeah, my pool's overflowing today, which is crazy.
it's tough out here, man. Real, real bad extreme weather here.
I remember seeing those pictures of like we had a big storm and it's like one of the one
Chairs
of the
blew over.
chairs knocked over.
Yeah, it's the best. California, the hurricane, their chairs blew over.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So did you make it in the shop?
I did. I actually did. I went out
Oh, tell me.
both days. I'm in the hand sanding deal, but I got a handle fit up, the front sanded up. So I just because I can't finish anything, I'm gonna have one more to hand sand, and then I'll have like just a glue up factory, and then handle shaping and stuff. So
No, that's good.
um,
Well, at least
it's like a
most
like a process or the batch type thing. Kind
yeah,
of
I was gonna say how many of them are like router type handles?
all of them are going to be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
So
you're gonna like
yep, glue
assembly
up and
line
then
it.
just bzz, bzz,
Yeah,
bzz,
yeah.
bzz.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That'll go quick.
yeah. So getting there,
That's
making
good.
things, and even though I'm not like putting out a lot of work here lately, and it's you know yeah, and I'm making it. It's not like it's a secret or anything, but even though I still found myself this, I think it was last Friday, selling an order. I was like, it's gonna be a minute, but like I'd love to make
A
you
minute.
something in
What
2029.
magnitude off is that?
Oh man, but it was pretty cool. It was good. I just can't help myself, I just start to get into sales, Jerid, and it's like, here we go.
Hey, get him in the books.
Yeah, that's what counts. So,
Yeah. Well,
but
speaking
yeah,
of finishing work, Parker actually he finished it a week and a half ago. I'm just been lazy about getting it on the website, but there's another P Dog knife up on the website, which is
nice,
good. It's one of the Sand Tigers. Came out really nice.
cool.
It's got one of those. I'm gonna butcher the name of this wood, but Goncalo Alves. It's like a wood from Argentina or something.
Hmm,
Yeah, it's really nice.
cool.
Uh, and
When
I
does he
put
ship out?
he's got to do. We had a little hiccup, but he's got to do. I think he'll get the go ahead this week or next week to go to MAPS, which is like medical, does all
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then it'll probably be a month. So it's at this point. What are we at here? December 13th.
Right, it's
So
October, but yeah,
why did I say December? October 13th. So he'll probably ship out probably around mid to the end of November,
gotcha.
which
Well, cool.
sucks because for sure he's going to be in basic over Christmas
Mhm.
and Thanksgiving probably. So that kind of blows unless they hold him until after Thanksgiving, and they may,
Yeah.
but we just don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
yeah, we'll see. And speaking of sons, it's Logan's birthday tomorrow, which will be today for listeners, on the 14th. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'll have a 22-year-old. It's crazy.
That
A
is.
20-year-old and a 22-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I
used
don't
to
know
that.
how your kids are younger than two of mine, but that's weird.
You started earlier.
Oh yeah, apparently I did.
Oh man.
I was gonna say,
Um,
oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I messaged Toby today and told him, I said, "Hey, buddy, just want to give you a shout out, say what's up, and then let you know that I was talking some shit about you to Denis because you sang him happy birthday." And I told him, I was like, I was gonna, and I never did because you pissed me off. But the but I don't know how it said, but I was super busy at work that day, and I didn't have a moment to do it, and I was like, well, that's because Toby doesn't have a real job.
I know. I told him.
Oh, okay. Well, I told on myself today, so
Yeah.
but
I told him in a message like the day after you said that,
yeah,
just because he had messaged me for something else. So,
that's
yeah.
funny. I told on myself today, so
Ah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So what have you been up to? You got back, you got the shoo flu, and then you're back
Yeah,
at
but
it.
actually,
You make some progress this week, or
I have been forging like a madman. Well, I finished that folder. I got that up on the website along with Parker's knife. So, so that one's up there. And now I'm at the point where all of the current well, I got one knife that I'm doing for um, a colleague, ex colleague, um, old guy, old Oracle pal that I used to work with. He's actually going to come for a class in a couple of weeks, but this will be his second knife that he's purchased from me.
cool.
So just a stainless steel knife. So I'm working on that, but
And we're back.
uh, there's one thing I hate about this mic is if I hit the bottom of it where the wire's plugged in and it loosens the connection and then I have to like reset everything. Pisses me off.
Huh.
Oh,
It's weird. It killed the show, though.
yeah. Well, I
Oh,
refresh the screen, which
oh, gotcha.
that's the only way I can get back in, which is dumb.
Uh,
But anyway,
okay.
what were we talking about? Yeah. So I'm doing the chef knife. So I'm doing that, but then doing a shit ton of forging. Um, so working on a mosaic, trying to finish that up. Working on some forging that's gonna be, if all goes well, it might be one of those failure videos. This week's Triple T, we'll see. And then I'm also working on um, a video that I've had thoughts of for a long time, and this is what we're going to get into next. Is so Morocco was supposed to come down here.
But I have an idea here. But if you don't want to spend all this time, all this frustration doing your own forging, I would say you go check out Coy at Baker Forge and Tool. Coy and the boys, excuse me. Well, they make the best pattern welded steel around. This week's drop is Sunset Gomai Wavy. Fan favorite returns with a 100-layer Damascus cladding and a vibrant copper bronze copper shim stack and a 1080 core, creating a radiant gradient look. Available now on our website. That's their website, bakerforgeandtool.com. You can also check out the app. Early access to the drops one day. They have the Gator Piss line, the premium etchant for all of that wonderful steel. That's the OG Gator Piss blend, heavy and max. As well as the all new cleaning agent, the Grime Reaper, the nano ceramic coating to protect the knives after you're all done. Gator skin, that's back and ready to go. And so just go ahead and load up that cart with all the wonderful stuff and use the discount code Triple T for 10% off.
And Goy mentioned in that description creating a radiant gradient look. And that's one of the topics I want to discuss today. So, which is gradients.
Sure.
And so Morocco was supposed to be down here next week. We were going to do some forging together. When I was there in April, um, uh, taking a class from him, we had discussed gradients, which is a technique he's been playing with probably for a couple of years now, but really has started doing it. And I think in the last year and a half has really pushed it. And so he was going to come down. And if you've listened to KnifeTalk, especially the September 23rd, there was a little issue where someone, and he didn't name it, I'm not going to name it, but someone had done a video on gradients without Morocco's permission. And it really pissed him off. And if you listen to KnifeTalk, you know that it really pissed him off because he talked about it for going on an hour. And he really, so after I was down there in April, okay, before I left, I said, Morocco, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? You don't want me to put in a video? Now's your chance. Please tell me now if there's anything you don't want me to video. And he said, no. And then 3 days later, he called me, and I said this in the podcast. He said, yeah, I think the gradient thing, he wanted to be part of releasing that. He didn't want me to release it, even though, of course, I would have given him credit. But he said, hey, why don't I come down and we'll make the video together and blah, blah, blah. So this was supposed to be that time. And then 2 weeks ago, somebody did a video on gradients showing Morocco's pattern guide on screen, which is like Morocco's IP. Like he, his Patreon members have access to those pattern guides. His students get those pattern guides. Throwing it up there for free was not cool. So anyway, he was pissed off about it getting released without him releasing it, crediting, and yes, he did credit Morocco, but just something about doing a video and sharing someone else's intellectual property, it's just not without their permission. So he should have reached out to Morocco and asked him, and Morocco probably would have said, "Hey, exactly what he told me. Why don't we get together and do it together?" When similar, I'll use my own similar thing. When I did the Viking sword, I wanted to use the Niels Vandenberg's knots and crosses Damascus pattern, which I purchased. I purchased that pattern guide even before I asked him. I purchased it from Niels' website. Okay. I still reached out to Niels and asked him if I could show that pattern I didn't show his pattern guide, but I did the pattern in a video. I don't even think this person purchased the pattern from Morocco because I don't think he sells those patterns. Anyway, long story short, I was affected by this because I'm pretty sure that's part of the reason why Morocco decided not to come down, because I think the cat's out of the bag. So that was shitty. And some people will say, hey, why don't you just patent it? I've heard people say, you should have just patented it. It's ridiculous to try to patent something like a Damascus pattern, because one tiny little change and it's different. Mm-hmm. It's just silly. And the cost of, people don't realize what it costs to do a patent. And unless you have, patents are for suing somebody in court. That's what a patent's for, right? And unless you got deep pockets and lawyers, a patent's not going to, you're going to spend more money doing the patent than you're ever going to get from it.
Right.
So anyway, but Morocco did say he did give me his blessing to go ahead with this video. And I've decided I want to have video conference with Mareko and have his head in the corner of the video and talk about the different things that we're doing, go over it. I think there was, we've seen people do the gradient, and you guys will, in a couple of weeks, won't be this week, probably be next week's Triple T. We'll talk about it again in next week's podcast, but people have used the gradient in certain patterns. Okay. What I think everyone is missing is its application to every Damascus pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And its widespread usability. And I think it's going to, and I told Mareko when I was there, I think this is going to revolutionize Damascus patterns. I still believe that. I'm doing a pattern today, which is a pattern we all know, but I'm going to do it with gradients, and that's what I've been working on, and just to show how different that pattern can be with gradients. And that's part of what I want to finish before I get that Triple T out there. And of course, I'll do a full video on the knife that I'm going to make with this pattern. And I'm actually doing two different. The mosaic that I've done actually is one that I started back in April, but I didn't want to release it because Mareko said, he didn't want me to release a video showing gradients. So I videoed it, but I never didn't want to release it. So it's going to be part of this video next week as well. I'll show that, an application of gradients. So I think it's really cool stuff. I think if you're into Damascus, you definitely want to watch that video and check out what it's all about. Yes, we've seen, especially Gabe from Anchorage Forge, do a whole ton of stuff on with gradients. He's really taken that and run with it. He got Best Damascus at Blade Show this year with that pattern, or with a version of a gradient pattern. So I think we're
just
going to
kind
see more.
that's just an example of how it kind of sets the patterns apart from what we would now consider traditional.
Yeah.
I mean, I finally listened to to that episode today, and I'll tell you what, man. I go back and forth on, like, what kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's like, I don't want to participate in a bunch of drama and shit that goes on in our community, right? That's really near and dear to my heart. Is like, I don't want to be part of, those kind of things. However, there are certain things that, we all lose out if we don't discuss, right? And at least have a healthy conversation about it. And this happens to be one of those things to me where the feeling that I had through it all is listening to it. It was just, I was bummed, like, because there's people that are very inspirational to our community, right? And then there's a bunch of those people that I don't know, like I said, I don't want to talk shit about anybody, right? But I do want to say that there's for me personally, there are people that are influential, inspiring, and I have had the opportunity and great pleasure to meet them and know them and to befriend them. And um when something unfortunate like this happens, to where, and I'm a feelings guy, right? That I'm in recovery. I don't have any problem talking about feelings and all that good stuff. But when you could just hear the genuine, like, you say angry, pissed, and I feel, I see hurt, like bummed. It's like a sense of betrayal of, of decency in how we react to people on a human to human basis. And, with my experience through the things that I've gone through, I've leaned on the fact that there's nothing more sad to me than when someone is put in a position where they lose their faith in, like, the greater good of us as a people. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean to be all super philosophical or anything, because that's not what I'm trying to get at. But what I'm saying is that, I like to believe that people are inherently better than we see in the public and news and media and social. You know what I mean? Like, I have interactions with people that are just incredible on many levels, right? And then when something like this happens, it saddens me. Um, and I think that's the more unfortunate thing, because you have somebody that has done a lot, for the community, continues to do innovative, creating, coming up with new things, and now they're going to be a little more reclusive about sharing those things, or out of
Yes.
fear of, and we all lose when that stuff happens, right? And that's the thing that is, like I said, is sad to me. But one thing I try to do on I fail at this more times than I don't, but um like every time we deal with somebody, they're doing the very best that they can. That is the best they have to offer the world in that moment, right? It may be shitty. They may just be absolute pieces of shit, but that's the best they have right now, right? So it's not for me to put the judgment on them, or to shame them, or to beat them down, but it doesn't give anybody the excuse or the past to act like, to be so aloof that you don't do the basic minimum of treating people with respect, and especially when it's somebody else's you know deal. And the whole time I'm listening to it, the whole thing, I'm trying to find, like, what, is this intentional? And I don't think it
Yeah.
even
I
is.
I don't, and I know this person, and
Sure.
I don't think it was malicious. I
No,
don't
I don't
think
either.
it was he didn't have any bad intentions.
Nope.
I think he just
he,
didn't think.
he just didn't have the foresight of the
Yes.
implications, and the wherewithal of how this would affect certain individuals. The one thing that stood out with me, it was like, there's people that have paid money to take classes to learn that. There's there's that's his livelihood, to how he provides for himself, and like, and I just don't think any of that came into consideration when that happened. So again, I think it's just, it saddens me more than anything. I think it's a bummer, and I'm very excited to. I don't think I'm not going to watch that video. That's what I decided, and I'll wait to see what you guys come out with, and I'm excited to see that. But um,
That
you know,
video, you meaning the
yeah,
offending
whatever
video.
we're
You don't
talking,
mean
yeah,
mine, right?
yeah.
You better
No,
watch mine.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Uh,
Because I want to hear, I think two people that I am very honored to know and have, and help me and along my journey, collaborate and do something really cool. I'm excited to do that. So, or
yeah.
to learn about that. And I think other people will share the same thing. So,
And I think my golden rule here, I don't know what you want to call it. My recommendation is, like, one thing is that if I take a class and I learn something, that's that's my information. Like, I paid for that information,
sure.
but that doesn't give me, I think of, like, music. Like, that doesn't give me the right to publicize that for profit. Like, and
Mhm.
essentially putting a YouTube video and putting that in a YouTube video, it's something you profit from it,
Mhm.
from YouTube. Use that as your golden rule, right? Yes, you can use that information, but you sharing it to the public for your own gain is, now you're crossing the line. So that's my recommendation to folks, is think about it, use the information, use things that you get or you pay for, but that doesn't mean that you get to share it,
Sure.
right?
And just to say it here, I mean, we're all fucking thieves in some way or another, right? I mean, there's
Absolutely.
no no
Like,
no like, I just want to put that out there. There's no, like I said, I'm not I definitely want this to be known. There's not no attempt at shame or shaking
no,
fingers at anybody. I'm just saying this is an unfortunate situation. Um and fully understanding that, I'll look at something and I'll be like, you know, as creative as I want to believe that I am, there's a a copycat in all of us in some manner, right? So,
absolutely.
that you there's no way we're sitting here trying to say, like, be 100% original and don't do that. Fuck all that. Like,
No, no.
but if credit's due, and like I said, and if it affects somebody else's
Yeah,
whole deal, then just maybe have some awareness of that.
yeah. I mean, when it's someone's obvious intellectual property,
Yeah,
even if you've paid for it,
sure.
just be careful
Yeah,
with it.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
yeah. I get it.
But I am very excited about this pattern. Hopefully, I don't fuck it up. Um, and
And
I
I hope
think
you do. No.
um, I'm excited to see what it's going to look like, and I really want to. I think no one has done describing gradients. They haven't given it justice. They
Right.
haven't given it the expanse that it could have. So
Sure.
that's why I'm very like, this is like I haven't been jazzed about a Damascus pattern in a long
No, I
time.
remember when you came back, you were like, dude, like this is crazy. My mind is spinning with ideas and
Yes.
like inspiration and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it too, is people that have that ability to come up with that kind of stuff, lightning does come in a bottle once or twice for some people, but there's a definite there'll be more, and somebody's going to do it, change it again, and but those are the special individuals. So
Yeah.
uh,
I was actually one of the reasons that I was excited about the mosaic. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. Um, I was, sometimes you have these happy accidents. Do you remember the plug welded knives that I did?
sure.
Those chef knives?
Uh-huh.
And I got that pattern to like spiral.
Yep.
There was like I won't say
Yep.
twist because I don't want to confuse people with a twist, but the
Yep.
pattern itself spiraled,
Yep.
swirled. I was trying to replicate that.
Yep.
And because I wanted an explosion, there's all of this gradient stuff and everything that to me is culminating to a pattern, an idea that I have that I discuss with Mareko. I want to be able to get to that pattern, and I'm not ready to discuss it, but it involves one aspect of it, which is that swirl.
Nice.
And it's a really hard effect to get, to make
Intentionally.
happen. So I'm still playing with it. When I master it, you may
Easy,
see.
dude. You can't say playing with it and master right off the get out of here, dude. Come on. This is a freaking family show here, dude.
Yeah, but
Go play with it somewhere else.
yeah, but we'll see. I'm still working on it. But tune
Sweet.
in next week for Triple T, and hopefully, if I can corner Mareko this week to get him to record that video call, I'll have that ready for next week.
Nice.
Did you watch the abrasive belt video from last week? Of course you didn't.
Was my face say?
You forgot.
No, I didn't.
Got a lot of good
I
feedback on that one.
That's good. That's good. I do appreciate the acknowledgement of my very realistic shit talking. Because if you did see that video, that's 100% true, man. I have been in amazement many times of this guy only having like two grits and using them for everything he's ever made has really come from a 36 and a 120, except for when he sharpens a knife. He ventured out into some
Uh,
weird thing, but
I did call that out in the video.
I saw it. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I kind of sped watch it here
Oh, okay.
today, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it another whirl. The
Yeah.
one thing I think I know you've told me, I've heard other people say it. What one thing I don't do though is the flipping the belt when you're
Oh.
cutting the bevels. I have to do that. So
I do it if it's not a brand new belt. And even on brand new, what I'll do is I'll look at the belt because I've had belts where one side is visibly like different than the other.
yeah.
If they don't look different and they both look very like it depends. Sometimes they're not cut perfectly. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, so I'll actually look at a belt, and if it looks fine, then I'll just use it. But I have seen it where they're not the same, and those are the ones that I'll flip over
Yeah.
when I'm doing the plunges. Yeah, a lot of people liked that tip. I know who does that. I think Nick Tobin
Yep. I know Brent's talked about it before.
Talked
That was
about it,
something
yeah.
that he picked up in somebody's talk, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that one a long time ago, and I do it on occasion when I need to, but I do look at it. Sharpening the being able to sharpen the engineered abrasives is a really cool. If you're not familiar with that, get yourself a diamond sharpening stone and just press it up against the belt to sharpen the belt. Um, Gator belts, the Norton Norax belts, any of those engineered abrasives, you can actually just resharpen. And
I've never
they
heard them called
last.
engineered. I think I always referred to them as structured, but
Structured,
same thing.
engineered,
Yeah.
yeah, same thing. Um, yeah, that's why I like those, and they just I I find the Gator belts don't last quite as long. It seems like it's weird. They seems like the Gator ones. Who makes Gator? 3M. Who makes
3M.
those? 3M.
3M.
It's like they have thicker abrasives, but they don't last as long. It's weird. Maybe they just meant to grind to go through a little more. But
I don't know. Every time I've ever chewed them up with that stone, they cut again. Maybe
oh
they
yeah,
don't
no,
look
no.
that
I'm
way.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that they cut again. I just mean I find that the Norax ones last longer, even though the abrasives look like they don't look as thick.
That is a stiffer back, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying to force feed Norton belts down people's throats, but I like the Norton to the Norax ones.
Yeah.
But the Gator ones, same thing. But both of them you can sharpen with a diamond stone. So definitely do that.
Yeah.
It's a good little trick.
Yeah. And with such a good triple T this week on abrasives, where would you go to get
Uh,
abrasives?
I get all my abrasives at Maritime Knife Supply.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, because if you buy 10, you get one free.
Yep.
Even though I get them free anyway. But
Yeah, shut up. Nobody wants to fucking hear about that.
No, but seriously, get
My favorite, I don't mean to, Lawrence, I'm sorry, but I got to call this guy out. Use them like they're free. The old adages. Even though they fucking are for me, just use them like they're free. You people that have to buy them, use your hard-earned money and then just use them for 20 seconds and throw them away. I laughed. I literally had a belly laugh. I'm like, this guy, get out of here.
they're not free. They're
Uh,
they're still paid for, but in other ways.
yes,
Uh,
it's true. But
yeah, go talk to Lawrence at Maritime Knife Supply. He will hook you up. He has all the abrasives, not just the Norton ones, all the abrasives, VSM, um, Combat. I think he's got
3M.
3M,
Yeah.
all of the abrasive,
Yeah.
all the abrasives. So go get yourself some abrasives and any other tools that you need for knife making. In fact, I reached out. I had a dilemma. I had a piece of
Dilemma.
steel that. So normally, like he writes the type of steel on one end of the bar. So it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a 36 or 48-inch bar. And normally I always cut the steel from the end that doesn't have the writing on it so that by the time I get to one end, I still have the writing and I know what steel it was. I guess I did something dumb and I used the end that had the writing on it. And I picked up a piece of steel and had no fucking clue what kind of steel it was. And I looked at the end and it was painted gold. I'm like, okay, I don't think I did that. So I emailed a picture to Lawrence and I said, please tell me you know what kind of steel this is. And it had a little line in green and a line in gold on the side of the bar. And like a minute later, he sends back, he goes, oh yeah, that's CPM 154. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because it was like 36-inch piece by then. And that's like an expensive piece of steel.
Yeah.
It would have sucked to not know what it was. And it was when Jerid and Brent came for the folder course. That was the piece that I used for their folder blades. So Lawrence knows it all. He's organized. Go give him some love and go shop at Maritime Knife Supply.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Lawrence. You saved my butt there.
Nice. And when you're cutting in the plunges, what do you use?
Oh, of course. I'm using my Ameribrand. I'm like, I had to think, like, what sponsor are you leading me in?
Yeah.
I'm using my Ameribraid Fastback 2x72 with that amazing drop away platen, which I love. And I get to, I love that thing so much. Jared's giving me the finger. I'm lazy. Okay. I'm lazy. I mean, I'll admit it. I don't like, if anything involves me doing a lot of work, I'm not going to do it. So I never used to use a slack belt because I was too lazy to change the platen or, take something off. But now with the drop away platen, it's the flick of a switch, the platen drops away and you have a slack belt. It's awesome. That is one of the best features they have.
It's
So
cat's meow.
it is the cat's ass. It is the
Mutts,
mutts,
nuts.
nuts, you name it. Any pet part you want. Um, but get yourself a Fastback 2x72. Best grinders on the market. While you're at it, go look at the Hyperdisc, the rotary tool extraordinaire from Ameribraid. Mr. Jerid has one and loves it, uses it all the time when he actually gets in the shop.
It's been a lot lately. That thing's been turned on more than the grinder has in the past
Nice.
3 weeks, for sure.
Well, yeah, because you're in the finishing process.
Uh-huh.
Someone told me about, and I think you mentioned this to me before, but using one of those discs with compound on it. You have one of those, right? One of those discs, like it's like a felty disc for the hyperdisc, and then you put compound on it. Like
I haven't done that.
okay.
I haven't done anything. I do have a bunch of big abrasive wheels that I put on. That's what I just used to finish up the handle fronts.
Yeah, someone was talking, maybe it was in the comments on this belt video, about getting one of those belts that you can like almost like grind and like into a V, and then you can use compound, and as opposed to using a cork belt, they were talking about using one of those.
Oh, I can see that.
To like being able to get in, like I have a hell of a time sometimes getting places in guards that I want to shine up or get scratches out, things like that. So
Yeah.
that
Or you
would
don't
be
want to
really
hold
cool.
it to the full steam buffer, and
Yeah,
having that variable speed is key
right.
too. So
And sometimes I want something a little rougher than just a buffer. Like I'm actually
right.
trying to take scratches out, not.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
yeah, I'd like to get me one of those.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, back to forging. Hopefully this week I'll have a ton of steel forged. I'll be back to doing build videos after I do this intro to gradients. So
Cool.
I got a bunch of new knife ideas. I want to do. See, I'm now starting to project, like, if I start working on my master knives last half of next year, I want to do another Keone dagger before then, just to get that back in my head. So I might do another dagger this fall. Well, it's already fall, but before December, I might do another dagger. And those are always super fun. I love doing those.
You know what I was thinking about is that the Black Friday, like getting some inventory together for the holiday seasons too, as well.
Yeah,
You know, those
that went through my mind today. I might
yeah.
actually do a run of chef knives,
Yeah.
like lower end, like not,
Mm-hmm.
like $400 chef knife kind of thing for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was popping in my dome today as well.
Yeah, and now's the time to start them because they'll take a little while.
For me, yeah. I'm talking about next year's
I was gonna.
Black Friday.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
You think you
were
gonna get me, bro?
10 seconds ahead of me. I was just about to bust your ass.
Oh man. Yeah, but if you want to use some cool handle material to put on those chef knives, I suggest you go check out Grip Tech Composites. I had a buddy call you super Canadian. He wanted to take away. He's like, I know he's official, but like passed the test and it says he's a citizen now, but it's composites, not composites. And that was your read the other day. Grip Tech composites. So I would say go to Grip Tech Composites. IG is Grip Tech Official, and check out the Grip X. Also has the Grip X 3D and the Limitless if you want to take the finish up to some higher grits. But Matt over at Grip Tech, go ahead, Denis Composites, and
I
is the
read that
man.
comment, and the way the guy he said you say it, and he's just put the word composites, not composites. I'm like, you didn't pronounce it phonetically. I have no idea the way you're trying to say it.
Oh, it was pretty funny. I don't know what comment you're talking about. This was probably
No, I
entirely
saw
separate.
that. Yeah, it was on.
No,
Was
somebody
it?
literally told me this.
Oh, well,
I was having a
someone
conversation.
put. He must have put the same comment.
I don't know. It maybe I don't. It could be,
Oh,
but it
then
was it
maybe it was
was
two different people. I don't know,
could be.
but
Yeah,
I
maybe
saw
you struck a
someone
chord with a
comment on
bunch of
that.
people. Yeah, I said wait till you hear him say templates or some other wacky thing you guys say. But anyways, yeah, Grip Tech Composites, Grip X, those go great on all knives, but the chef knife and anything you're gonna get wet, get it nice and grippy, and you need to hold on to it. So
And
you
you
can use the
Americans
discount code.
have not cornered the market on the English language by any means, so don't even start with me.
You can fill that card up with all that wonderful grip X and use the discount code triple T10 for 10% off.
I do need to
Boy,
put an order
ladies
in
and
with my.
gentlemen, I struck a nerve. He is pissed. He's sipped his drink like 7 times right now during that read. That's what we call a win.
I
Ah,
do need to order some Grip X. I do want to get some for some of these handles. So to make
absolutely.
some composite handles.
It's so good. So good. Thank you. And then when you're done, you should go check out Travis Haynes at pelicanpaste.com, the maker of some premium wax for protecting your blades and handle material and shining them all up. They have the hard wax, soft wax, pelican oil, hand salt, and soap, and the cast iron seasoning butternut. Use the discount code triple T10 for 10% off of that. If you need some custom tins too, he'll laser all that stuff. I know a lot of us have lasers, but it's really cool if you have Travis do it because he'll put the wax in the tin for you, and then you're all done, ready to put those in your order and get them on out. So don't try to save yourself a little bit
That
of money or put some use to your laser. Use Travis's laser. What
that
a great
reminds me
service.
of someone I used to work with. He used to say, "Yeah, I could do it, but I like it way better when you do it."
That's right. Yeah. So cool.
All righty. We have a listener question. Are we going to go
Yeah, we
over
do.
that, or you want to do it
We
next week?
can.
All right, let's do it.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. I think we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
do Maker Spotlight and see there.
All right.
Who do you got?
This week, I actually had to look because I thought for sure we had done this one, but it turns out we haven't. This week I have Nico Forge, Niko Forge, and he let me open this here. Not edit. Damn it, my fingers aren't working, and I'm not prepared apparently. This is Nico Cherish. I'm not even going to try your last name. Sorry, dude. Uh,
Sharish Schneids.
yeah, we butchered that.
Yeah. Sorry, Nico.
Yeah,
That's easy.
yeah. Um,
Who hasn't mastered any languages? There you go. Anyways, go ahead.
so I've actually the part that got me on his profile. Yes, he's got cool knives, brilliant. The axes, the like the engraving work on the axes is amazing. I love these stuffed animal things. The leather, that's what
Yeah.
got me. I was like, oh, those are cool. Um, I thought those were awesome. Those little leather teddy bears. Did you
Yeah,
see those on his
I
profile?
do.
Yeah, they're very. Deadpoolish.
Yeah, I'm down a ways here, but yeah, this dude does some really cool stuff. I am not following this guy, so I am gonna go do that right now. Yeah,
and
those
and
those things are
I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure I've seen some of these pictures before because I got a feeling these some of your pictures are stolen because these are the kind of pictures that I see on like importers, overseas scam knife makers. They always have pictures of like these kind of axes with these kind of engravings on them.
for
But
sure,
right?
for sure. Yes,
So I had to
this will
do a
make me
double
not
take.
accept it. Yeah,
Right. I had to do a double take. I'm like, wait, is this a real profile? Because I see the and I'm like, yes, this is the guy. So I'm sure they're probably stealing some of your images, but amazing work. I love the engraving work on the axes. Just
yeah,
super cool.
yeah. Really creative stuff.
Yeah.
I dig this. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
And I'm really loving those teddy bears. I don't know what else to call them. He on his I have not installed Thread, so I kind of refuse. But he goes into it a little bit on his Threads profile, but I couldn't click into it because I don't have a Threads account. But yeah, cool stuff. So go check him out. Go check out Nico over at nico.forge. Right now he's got just over 5,000 followers. So go pump that up even more.
I just did. Good one. Nice. So I have uh Brandon Park at BP underscore custom underscore knives. I've been following this guy since I started. He was kind of in that TPK EDC fixed blade um, thing when I was first getting going, and I've always liked this stuff. I think he was actually the winner of the first. I don't know if it's the first, but of the Gentry build along that was a few
Okay.
years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember
The
his
scalpel
build.
one.
Yeah, the scalpel. Yep. And I think I'm pretty sure he won that one. Um, he just did a really cool take on that piece. But yeah, this guy puts out a lot of really cool stuff, really clean EDC stuff. Finish on the handles is always really cool. And like I said, I've been following him for a while. Really like what he does, and he's blown up since we started here. 9,138 followers. Um, he's out of Kentucky. I thought he was actually out of here in California, but anyway, yeah, a good follow. Really cool stuff. If that's your jam, BP underscore custom underscore knives.
I really like. I've seen it on a bunch of knives now. The I'll call it the reverse clip. Like instead of the clip having a concave, it actually is curved the other way. And I think Brent has done one of those. But I'm really digging it. There's one that's
On the Warncliffe style, you're saying? That's the style knife?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like way down on his profile, the one I'm looking at. Actually the one, the upper left one, I think has got it. Um,
Yeah.
really cool. I like that. I like the clip on that. Like the sorry,
Yeah.
the false edge, not the clip. The
Yeah.
false edge on is what I meant. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. Really clean. Like it's
Yeah,
just it's good work. So
yeah,
yeah, that's who I got
yeah. That's a good one.
this week. So yeah, go check out Nico.forge and BP underscore custom underscore knives. Give them a follow. Tell them the boys at Triple T say what's up.
Nice. So let's do this listener question. Why don't you intro it since it
Yeah,
came.
so I had a guy reach out to the show, and I don't think I think he's like a newer wanting to get into knife making. The name is Josh. I don't have the profile in front of me, but it says that he wanted to know what are some steps to getting into selling or finding your own niche. For me as a full-time woodworker, I really enjoy making wood handle scales and stabilizing, but I see that market is pretty saturated with other makers, and it's kind of made me rethink the possibility of starting my own page. even just as a hobby or part-time. So it's kind of, I think, a question that we have all come up against while we're considering starting
It,
making.
and it's
But
the first part of his question I want to answer first, and it says, "Are you guys open to suggestions on topics as a beginner stock removal knife maker?" Absolutely. We're
100%.
always dying for questions, so
Yeah.
of course we beginner stock removal, any kind of beginner question.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
And I think in Josh, what we're trying to say is that, all of us come up against that. That's the the first thing we're doing. Like, is this worth it? Like, I mean, for a lot of us, is it worth the investment of the things that we need to start doing this? Is there an opportunity to have a return on investment and to start going? The what when I was reading it, and this question's kind of been lingering around for a while, and I told him I was just hadn't got around to remembering to bring it up because I'm a loser that way. But the thing that stands out to me is, I don't know if there's any steps, right? I think for me, uh, personally, it's just to do, just whether you want to, like, you have ambitions on, becoming making this a business or keeping it a hobby. Uh, but I say, kill the questions of if and just go after it and see where you land.
yeah,
There's a huge amount of resources, an amazing community full of really, really awesome people that want to help and encourage and uh, grow the craft and how many areas this thing touches, from leather to wood to knife making to, like, you cover so many realms and in the idea. So I don't
yeah.
know if there is a set, process that we all start with, but it's just kill the question and just do it.
Yeah. I see this. I see there's two parts to this. The first thing is it doesn't matter how saturated it is. If it's something you enjoy doing, then just do it. Like,
Hmm.
if you love it and you love doing it, and it's, the money will come and you can figure out how to monetize it, then just get into it. The
Yeah.
second part is, if there's, and I'm reading, I just want to know what are some of the steps to getting into selling. So specifically for stabilized wood, I think this is one of those things where pictures, pictures, pictures. You need to get pictures of your work, of your your materials out there. So you got to be a beast on social media is what I think. And I'll use some examples like, there's a profile called Ironwood Man that he does a whole, like, he just spews, like, I won't say spews as a bad thing, but just pushes out images of his stabilized work. I think that's what you got to do. I think that's the big thing, is just get it in front of makers. Like, get connected with as many makers as you can and get the pictures out there of, hey, this is what I've got. This is what I've got. This is what I got this week. And that's what I would suggest you do. And my other step would be, get yourself a website. Don't I personally, I am gun shy now about doing things over IG. So if the guy doesn't have a website, I'm very leery because I've had friends get screwed on IG. It's just, there's so many scams now. I get a little leery. So I would have a website or even an Etsy page or someplace you can send people that is a legitimate thing, beyond IG and someone sending you money. And some people will do that, but a lot of people will shy away from it now, I think. But that's, I mean, do it. Like Jerid said, get over the question and just do it. Get started. And then for this specifically about the stabilized wood, I think you just got to, it's all about the images. It's all about showing people how cool it looks, because
Hmm.
that we're buying this stuff because of the way it looks.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to get out there.
Yep.
And we got friends like, like Ryan, Coakley. We got friends that do this and have been successful at doing it. Having a good, getting linked up with a lot of makers is of course helpful. So
for sure.
that's got to be on your list too. And then eventually maybe you go to shows, maybe you go to Blade Show or something like that, but I wouldn't do that right out of the gate. You need a lot of stock for that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, it's costly. So I would start small time and do some batches and get things going.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't I don't have the kind of forethought in planning for stabilization. Like these if you talk to guys that are really into stabilizing, like they've had wood in their shop drying for like, oh yeah, I've had this for like 2 years. I've had that sitting over there for like a year. I've had that for 2 3 years. And they have all this stuff that they just sit around their shop. That would drive me crazy. I could never be that organized.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I
I
just don't get. I don't have the. It's like for leather, you know. I mean, there's so many rabbit holes for these different parts of what we're doing. So, Josh, I think for guys like Dennis and I, we probably need another dude to dive
yeah.
into that rabbit hole for us. So,
Yes.
better you than me, buddy.
I'm your customer. Show me some
There you
goods.
go. Yeah, but get out there, man. I just again, man, it's just all about the encouragement of just getting after it and trying.
Yeah.
Um, to see whatever happens. I mean, if it
And
doesn't work out, then
the good thing about the stabilized market, it doesn't matter how like how much product you have. Like if there's I will buy wood from a whole bunch of guys. Like every time I see if someone is online that I know is a reputable source and has a nice piece of wood that I like that I want to put on, I'll buy it. Like it doesn't matter if it's Kieran's Koa, if it's High Koa, if it's you name it, Rob's Wildwood, you name it. I've bought wood from a whole ton of people.
uh-huh. But you know what? I wouldn't. If I made my own, that's kind of the thing. I mean, it says he's starting to do beginning stock removal knives. That'd be awesome to never have to do that. You supply yourself too on top of
Yeah,
it. If anything, that's a win right there.
yeah.
So
I would still. I'm a hound. I would still buy a whole ton of it, even if I made it myself.
yeah,
I have a problem.
we have a problem. Yeah,
Yes,
I don't know any maker that doesn't
right.
sit in shame when they look at their handle
It's
materials.
either pride or shame. It's
Yeah.
my precious.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah. And sometimes I get annoyed if it's like if I only have one piece of like a really nice piece of wood, I get annoyed that I have to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
You know what I don't get annoyed at using?
I I can take a guess,
My
but
even heat kiln.
yeah.
My
My
kilns.
precious.
um, love that machine. It is one that never fails me. So if you guys need a top quality kiln to move your heat treating from mysticism into science, you need to get yourself an even heat kiln. Family owned and operated since 1948, building the highest quality heat treat ovens available. Uh, I've got the LB18. My friend Jerid here has the step up to the 20. What do you have? A 22 and a half, the
The
KO or
KO
something?
KO 22 and a half. That's right.
Yeah. It's got to be a few more inches bigger.
That's right. Longer. I told you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about the depth.
That's right.
I got the big boy.
Oh, easy. I am uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna back right out of this, dude. Apparently
Get
less
yourself
than
an
him,
even
though.
heat
So,
kiln. They are the best
yeah.
ones out there.
Yeah. That's evenheat-kilns.com. And they'll send you to all the places where you can purchase yourself one.
Yeah. And if you're up in Canada, you can get them at Maritime Knife Supply.
That's right. What
All
can't you
right.
get there? It's the best. It's the best of the best.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, one more week and then I'm going to travel.
I'll just be working away. It's all right. And I got a class this weekend, so I'm going to be.
I got to come see you. I got to do a couple things. And
oh, all right.
so
What
when that
day you
happens,
thinking?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
But let's get out of here.
All right. I'm out of here. I'm outie.
And that's a wrap.